Did you think my Yuri was just for show? Is it worth reading? Join me and find out. Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you once again. Today I checked out a brand new series that was sent to me by Yen Press, and it's a Yuri series. Now, if I'm honest, I haven't really read that many Yuri series, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. Now, I've read quite a few romance titles. A lot of them titles, well, they're fine. For example, stuff like Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten and Alia Sometimes Hides Her Feeling in Russian. Now, one of the things I had with them titles is that the main protagonist is kind of generic, almost as if you're going to kind of be like, oh, he's just like me in it. And the girl has been cute, adorable, but also I kind of want to see a bit of a trophy. In which I mean that they're kind of like, oh, this is a cute girl, the perfect girl, who just so happens to like this very average kind of self-loving guy. I wouldn't say self-loving, self-insert guy. So when I thought I'd check out Do You Think My Yuri's Just For Show, I kind of was a little bit apprehensive. Are these just two girls who are, well, you know, kind of like, oh yeah, they're just kind of two obtainable characters who, yeah, they're just kind of, it's there for, to kind of appease the male gaze. But no, what we have here is two adults living their life. They just so happen to be, well, gay. So one of the big things about this is that this title is Do You Think My Yuri Was Just For Show? Now, what do you think that means? Do you think it just means fake? Well, actually, this links into the plot of the series. And for you guys who are Idol or Hololive fans, you will get an impression of what I'm going to talk about here. Think Korane Okayu, Kiara Kai, Gura Ame. What do you kind of get the impressions? Oh, well, you know what, you can ship them together. Oh, there's a little bit of TT going on. And that's what it is. The whole thing is that, well, you know, in real life, they're not really couples. But, you know what, you can kind of get that impression from the way they act. They're putting on a show for you, the fans. Yeah, I don't want to kind of smash all of your illusions, but that is kind of what they're doing. And that is the whole aspect in this. This is about a voice actress who absolutely adores an idol. The idol was her Oshi, her one true favourite. However, that idol one day decides to retire until the next day, the next week, she appears to be in the same voice acting job as, well, this one. Of course, our main protagonist is gay, so she's kind of like, oh, I absolutely adore her, but now she's my little kohai. Oh, I'm in a position where it's kind of like, I kind of need to hide that I'm her adoring fan, but oh, she's just so cute and adorable. And you have that whole aspect of the fangirl being really fangirl over just about everything she does, but also trying to keep it quiet. At first I was a little bit apprehensive as I kind of got that impression. Can you remember that Alan Partridge episode where Alan just kind of like walks into the room and then he just kind of switches the light on and then just there's the walls of this thing? I was just like, that's what it's going to be like. This girl's going to walk in and just kind of see all of these posters of her and just be like, yeah, this is weird, this is uncomfortable. But fortunately we don't get that, as it turns out that the idol stopped being an idol because she was that impressed by the other girl's voice actress work that she wanted to become a voice actress. They're both fangirls of each other. What we get here is a rather comedy of sorts. Now, this is a cute girls being cute over each other kind of thing. Yeah, at first there is a little bit of uncomfortableness, and that is really kind of shown in our protagonist as well, but it is done rather well. This genuinely does feel like adulting. Neither of the characters feel like they're there to just do a kind of appease fanboys or what have you. They are written rather brilliantly. And this quickly became one of my favourite romance titles. It's not going to beat Spice and Wolf, to be fair. Until it ended. And it ended. There's only one volume. And it kind of felt like it was building up. I was like, oh, you know what, there's not a huge amount of stuff here, but there's going to be 2 or 3 volumes worth, and then it just kind of ends. But it ends nicely. I was just kind of like, I was a little bit hyped up, but I kind of wanted more. And yeah, it's nice to have a one-shot. I just kind of wanted a little bit more to kind of buzz me up and kind of make me want to buy more, because this was what I was going to invest in. But I'm going to check out others in this author's range, because they wrote the characters rather well. They knew the world. They knew a whole thing about... There was lots of tidbits about idols and voice actresses and stuff like that. They kind of have an idea of what they're writing about. It made it believable. And because it was believable, I was that much more invested. It didn't feel like it was self-insert. It didn't feel like it was there to make you kind of like, oh well, I kind of identify with the main character and this cute girl loves me. It didn't feel like that. It felt like 2 genuine adults being adults. And you know what? That's why this one needs to be picked up. If you've never checked out a Yuri before, this one is a great start. At least that's just my opinion. If you like this, leave a like and consider subscribing. And thanks to Yenpress for sending me this review copy to give a fair and honest review. Support the channel, it's absolutely free. Subscribe and let me know what Yuri titles you have read. And I will see you on the next page. Goodbye.